So today I'm going to be filming something that I'm actually really excited to film, and it is going to be a hidden high street gems video. In order to make this kind of as effective and informative as possible, I have picked high street products that I feel are exactly that, hidden. And they don't get a lot of coverage, they don't get a lot of praise, but I feel definitely need the light shed on them a little bit more. There are some really fantastic products out there on the high street, and obviously some of them do get spoken about a lot, but the ones that I've chosen really... So first up is more of a brand than a product, and it is the Fat Hair range. You can get this in Superdrug, as far as I know that's the only place that stock it, but they are really fantastic products if you have hair that's fine or limp or lank, as I do myself. They're incredibly volumizing, thickening. You can get, I think, mousses, hairsprays, creams, gels, that kind of thing. They have a pretty big range and they are all fantastic. So I have here the Amplifying Mousse and the Amplifying Hairspray. As you can see, they're quite big bottles, and quite often Superdrug have them on offer as well. I think they come in at around £5 or £6 each, but they seem to often have an offer that's like 2 for £7, which is just fantastic. And I really would recommend checking these out if you do struggle to get kind of any texture, any hold, any volume in your hair, as I personally do. They are just really great. So moving on to skincare, and skincare is something that I personally struggle to find on the high street. I really do struggle with my skin quite a lot, so I like to kind of spend a little bit more money and get those ingredients that I know really work with my skin. But there are some really brilliant products out there. You just need to kind of really hunt them down and keep looking out for them. I'm going to talk about the Sanctuary 5-minute thermal detox mask to begin with. This is more than a traditional clay mask. It is obviously clay based, and it does the very same things, such as kind of detoxing the skin, really dragging out any impurities. But my favourite thing about it is that it is a thermal mask. So you pop it onto damp skin and it heats itself up, it then cools itself down. And that is something that I find really useful, because I do have blemish prone skin, and it really kind of deeply gets into the skin and really pulls everything out. It's a brilliant product, and I think it comes in at about a tenner, but quite often they have like offers and deals in Boots anyway. It's preferable for me over the Origins clay mask, and also the Amora Bixa cleansing mask, which I think comes in at about £50–60, and I have to say that I do use this a lot more often, and I think I probably prefer it. Next up is a product that I found when I was looking for a cheaper alternative to the Pixi Glow Tonic. I personally don't use toners every day, and so I just wasn't that keen on spending that much money and going through that much hard work to actually find it, when I knew that I wasn't going to use it all that often. That said, the Pure Instant Radiance Skin Tonic is something that I picked up in Marks and Spencer's, and I haven't tried the Pixi Tonic, so I can't obviously compare the two, but I do find that this is brilliant. It just kind of gives the skin an extra lease of life. I tend to use it in the mornings after cleansing and before applying my moisturiser and my eye cream, etc. And it just really does add an extra boost of radiance. The only problem that I would say with it is that it does contain alcohol. I know that a lot of people don't like to use skincare that contains alcohol. It personally doesn't seem to have that much of a negative effect on me. I've been using this for a few weeks now, and I've barely even made a dent in it. It's fantastic, and it lasts a really long time. And definitely, if you are looking for a cheaper alternative to the Pixi Glow Tonic, I would recommend going and checking this out. So the last few products are makeup, and I'm going to start with nails, and that is the Natural Collection nail colours. I absolutely adore these. I have one of them on now, which is the Coral, if you can see. And they're just fantastic. They're such a good formula. They come in at about £1.89, I think. The brush is a little bit small, I will admit. It's not obviously as good as OPI or SE or anything like that. But the formula is just amazing. It's really quick drying. It comes opaque in like 2 coats. I've never ever had a problem with it chipping quickly or anything like that. The only problem that I find is that I have, I think, 4 or 5 of these now, and they are about the only shades that I'm going to pick up, I think. They have quite a vast shade selection, but a lot of them have kind of shimmers in them. They're kind of pearlescent, and that's just not what I go for on the nails. So I do have like a limited collection of these, but if they had more shades that were these kind of opaque or matte shades, then I would definitely pick up some more, because the formula is well worth the £1.89 price tag. Sticking with Natural Collection, and this is a loose powder. I have this in the shade... Ooh, what shade do I have? Neutral Translucent is the shade that I have. One of the best things about these powders, actually, can I just say now, is the shades. They have, I always get the translucent option. I think that they do have others that aren't translucent as well, but they have like warm translucent, cool translucent, neutral translucent, which I just think is fantastic considering they're like less than £2, and yeah, I just think that's a massive positive for me, because it means that I can always find something that really does suit my skin. They're just really lightweight, loosey milled powders. I always go for loose powders over pressed powders because I just find that pressed powders look far too cakey and feel very heavy on the skin. I don't wear powders every day anyway, but if I'm having a particularly oily T-zone day, then I will go for them, and this is one that I always opt for. It looks invisible, it feels invisible, but it really does mattify the skin, and that mattification, is mattification a word? I don't know. But that kind of matte look and matte feel does stay all day as well. So lastly is a lip product, and this is a lip product that I don't think I've ever seen anyone talking about, which really surprises me because it is fantastic, and it is the Maybelline SuperStay 24 Hour Colour. I have this in the shade Rose Dust here, and it's one of those kind of two-parters where you get the clear balm and then you get the lip colour, which kind of really sets onto the lips. It's like a gloss, and then it sets being quite matte and very dry, and then you pop the balm over the top and it kind of really rejuvenates it and makes it very comfortable to wear. But the lip colour actually does stain on the lips, so it's one of those products that I can count on. Literally, if I put it on in the morning, it will still be there in the evening. It's a really beautiful shade that I have here. I have another couple of shades as well, and the shade range is fantastic. It's really vast. They have a really gorgeous coral one that I can't think of the name of right now, and I'm a little bit scared of wearing it because it is very bright, but they're really beautiful, and I would recommend going and giving these a go if you're looking for something super cheap and super long lasting. So that is all the products that I have to talk about today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you found something that you like and that you would like to give a go, and I will see you guys soon.